Hey everyone, Mark O'Neill here with O'Neill Outdoors, and recently I'd gotten questions, the same question 4 or 5 times over the last couple of weeks, and that is, with all of the half-face blades, what's a good utility knife? What's great for hunting? What's great for skinning? What is great for daily carry? What do you use? Today I really wanted to go over just a handful of the knives and how I see it and how I use them, and what I think they're good for. So check it out. Okay, so starting off here, we're going to go with the Disaster Breacher Junior. I've already done one video on this recently, maybe just a handful of weeks ago, but yeah, this is my EDC knife. I'm the guy that usually might have two knives on me, one folding pocket knife in my pocket, and then a fixed blade if I can carry it. If I'm at the office or in business attire, I'm not going to be able just to throw this on my belt and walk around with it. So anyway, Disaster Breacher Junior. Nothing fancy on the grip of this knife. G10 grips, but and a good Kydex sheath. But blade length is going to be 4 inches, and overall length is 8 1/8 inch. This is a great little utility knife. It's a good thick tang through it. It's sharp as all get out. It's made to just take a beating and keep going. I like it because it's almost like a drop point. I really like the Disaster Breacher and Disaster Breacher Junior. Utility knife, skinning, gutting, just general all-around great knife. So this first knife we're going to look at, both of these knives are the Disaster Breacher full size. This first one with the marbling greenish handle, this one's going to have a blade length of 4 3/4 with an overall length of 9.5. I bought this because I thought, oh, hey, look at that handle. That's kind of unique. Cool looking knife. Saw it, had to buy it, so just did. But these knives are again, great utility knives, great survival knives. You could use these for hunting and whatnot with a little bit larger blade than the Disaster Breacher Junior, of course, hence the name. It is going to be a larger knife to carry on your side. This one did come with the leather sheath. It's a nice sheath. They're great. They do hold up. They're good, but I really like the Kydex a bit more. They almost form fit and custom fit each individual knife to the custom or the Kydex sheath so that it is made for it. It won't slip out, and it's just great, amazing quality. All right, so this one with the camo colored G10 grips is another Disaster Breacher full size. Same thing, just a little bit different. Its blade length is 4 3/4, but overall length is 9 5/8. All these knives are mass produced to a degree, but no two knives are 100% the same. You're going to have a little bit different length in grip. You're going to have a little bit different length in the blade. You're going to have just slight differences. So on both of these Disaster Breachers, other than the grips being slightly different, full tangs, good thickness here on the grips is 3/16, and I'm hoping this stays in focus. But yeah, really unique blades, awesome, just badass knives. The Tanto blade is a fantastic self-defense and penetrating knife, able to pierce. It's made to do that. I would not recommend carrying this as your EDC, but I do recommend you carrying this as your everyday, I guess, defensive weapon if you can. This blade length on the Tanto is 4 3/8 total from tip to the base, and overall length of, it looks 8.5. So 8.5 overall inches. It's not as thick in the tang, but it is extremely sharp, as all half-face blades are. So at this current moment, out of all these knives, if I had to have one knife for self-defense, solely self-defense, not as a utility knife, I'm going to go with this Tanto. If I had to have one knife as just a general utility knife, and it's not going to make a difference if someone sees it or doesn't see it. But I'm going to be outdoors. I'm going to be using it as a survival knife. I'm going to be using it to dig with, I mean, everything. And I could only carry one knife with me and just beat the hell out of it like you would a K-bar and everything else, and expect it, to outperform everything. I'm going to go with a disaster breacher, full size. If I'm going to get into a little bit of everything, and I'm going to cut everything from cardboard and crap paper to rope to beat on crap to cut weeds out of stuff to clean a deer, elk, or a hog, or possibly have to stab something. I don't know what, but yeah, I'm going to do the Disaster Breacher Junior. Just my preference. I just don't want to carry around a huge knife. I don't want to be seen even carrying around, like a huge K-bar on my side. So I love the idea of carrying them, but it's just not for me. Everybody's different. This little guy here, the Disaster Breacher Junior, 8 1/8" overall length, 4-inch blade versus the 9.5, 9 5/8. That's just my call. But as far as utility knives, both these would be fantastic or are fantastic. Now, the knife that's on the list that I don't have is their Crow Scout Junior. Those are a little bit different blade, but great for hunting, great for survival, great all-around knives. What it ultimately comes down to is what are you going to be using it for, and what do you like? If you like the drop point look a little bit more, if you like the Tanto blade a little bit more, if you like your standard hunt and skinning knife look, that Crow Junior are going to be perfect for you. But that Crow is on the list for me to get and probably turn into a skinning knife and make these just my utility knives. So with all that being said, these are just my opinions and my viewpoints. My likes or dislikes, my uses. When it comes down to it, do your homework, do your research, figure out what knife is going to be best for you. There's nothing out there that says you only have to have one knife. So with that being said, I'm Mark O'Neill with O'Neill Outdoors. Please like and subscribe to the video and stay safe.